Alicia, it is great to make your acquaintance.
Thanks for having me, Mitchell.
It's a pleasure. Tell us a little bit about your role at Deloitte Digital.
So Deloitte Digital is really a new model for a new age in marketing. And we've really brought together business strategy, technology depth, analytics strength, together with traditional agency services to really help CMOs with what they need now, which is to become growth drivers.
So the fact that I'm having this conversation at a marketing conference with Deloitte is sort of indicative of all of this disruption, all this change. You guys are doing some amazing things in a world that used to be traditional ad agency territory, right? So talk about that, and what are some of the needs of your clients?
So the role of marketing's expanded, actually. It's more important than ever. It's more strategic for a business. It's no longer just a cost center. It's now expected to actually contribute meaningful and measurable growth to the P&L.
So if I'm a CMO client of yours at a major corporation, what am I most in need of? Where can you help me the most?
Being able to articulate the value of marketing requires three key dimensions. Data flows. You've got to get your data flows right. CMOs have piles and piles of data, but it's often not used effectively and not used at scale. So right data, right moment. So figure out your data flows, and then you've got to architect the technology around those data flows in order to enable that data to be used on an ongoing basis. But that is not all, and this is the biggest challenge for CMOs right now, is that the people side of it, the workflows to actually use the data and the technology at the right time are out of date. And they really have to architect this whole thing as one machine that actually delivers predictable business growth. Nobody knows exactly where the world is going. It is unfolding before us every single day. So unless you are staying open, you're not actually moving towards the future, you're resisting it. So you have to be open to learning every single day. And experimentation is the fastest way to learn, and just to dive in and try it. And millennials are best suited to that, actually.
What advice do you have to that person who's watching this right now to get to where you are from where she is?
So I didn't take a linear path, and I always stayed curious. I always looked for the gray. I looked for the unknown. I gravitated towards it, and that's always where the opportunity was, because I could go and introduce something new. I could experiment, I could explore, but actually bring a contribution in the process that was distinct and unique. And that always sort of rocketed me to that next stage. But it requires some courage. It requires some risk along the way. And I think being open was really key to me moving through my career in, yes, an unpredictable way without a clear path, but always staying so interested in what I was doing. Because for me, that's completely the key to doing my best work, is when I'm mentally engaged, emotionally engaged, and really excited.
That was a great talk. Thank you so much for taking the time.
You're so
really
welcome.
enjoyed it.